Hey everyone, it's Mike from Destinations to Travel coming to you live today from Magic Kingdom. Hi Barry. Started just a couple minutes early because I wanted to catch some of Winnie the Pooh's friends. We had Piglet, Eeyore, and Mr. Rabbit going by on one of the Main Street vehicles. So I wanted to show you guys that. And hi Patrick, yes, you're right. It is a beautiful day out for, first of all, I mean, it's always a great day to take a walk around Magic Kingdom. But it is extra nice today because it's about 80 degrees and sunny. So it is beautiful today. Hi Melanie, hi Arlene. I just wanted to take a look around Town Square over here first before we head into Magic Kingdom. I wanted to point out too, there's some scrim up on the train station right now. Not sure exactly what's being done. Probably just a new, new paint job, some touch-up stuff like that. But otherwise everything's normal over here. There's nothing specifically new here at Magic Kingdom that I wanted to show you guys. But like I said, it's always a beautiful day to take a walk around Magic Kingdom. So figured we would enjoy that today. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Deb. Looks like they had a little bit of a cleanup issue after the horse-drawn vehicle went by over there. So we're going to avoid that. But as you can see, crowds are pretty minimal here today. Lots of open space down Main Street, which is nice. As we've been saying in recent videos, it's a great time right now to visit Disney parks. To visit Walt Disney World, I should say. As far as crowd levels go, this is one of the slower times of the year, so nice time to take advantage of that. The wait times around Magic Kingdom are considerably lower than what they normally would be. I'm not sure that we'll be able to hop on anything today, just because I don't want to take any chances with losing service, depending on what ride we see, what attraction we see is available. We'll take a look as we go around. Hi, Debbie. Yes, happy to share some of the Florida warmth here, and of course the magic of Walt Disney World. And here comes that carriage again. Bear with me for just a second. Just going to straighten out the gimbal a little bit here. That's better. Yes, the that clop clop of the horse walking down Main Street is always so satisfying. It's especially satisfying because it's Main Street. So, like I said, nothing specific to show you guys here at Magic Kingdom. There's nothing new really happening aside from construction progressing on Tron. So we'll take a peek at that, see what we can see that we haven't seen before. So if there's anything specific you guys want me to check out, feel free to let me know in the comments. And of course, if you have any questions that I can help out with, let me know. And if you're interested in booking a 2021 Walt Disney World vacation, you can send us an email at info@d2travel.com or just head over to d2travel.com and we'll start planning the magic for you today. It's always nice when the hub is this empty. And you can just kind of walk right up to the castle whenever you want. I know we were, happy to see crowds starting to get back to the Disney parks and see, the parks getting a little bit more back to normal. But this time of year, it is always lesser crowds. So this is pretty normal for right now, especially on a Tuesday afternoon. So let's go ahead and take a lap around the park and see what stands out to us today. Maybe we'll find a wait time that is manageable that we can hop on one of the attractions here. Paul says he was here last week and the crowd level was wonderful. Yep, like I said, great time of year to visit and take advantage of these lower crowds. So we're coming up to the entrance to Adventureland, and right outside there is one of the fan favorite snack carts here. That's where you get the cheeseburger spring rolls that they've been closed a lot. Be interesting to see if this lasts here much longer, which is unfortunate because, like I said, it's a fan favorite. It's a very popular snack choice. And if you haven't tried them and it is open next time you're here, definitely recommend. They always have cheeseburger spring rolls and then a special kind. I think right now it was pepperoni. And I definitely recommend trying both of them. I'm by Sunshine Tree Terrace, where you can get your citrus swirl. By the way, last week we were over at Disney Springs and we came across a special Dole Whip treat for the month of February. It was a strawberry Dole Whip swirled with chocolate ice cream with a chocolate-covered strawberry on top. So, I mean, that sounds pretty good. I might have to try that. I missed out on the watermelon Dole Whip they had in January. And now maybe I got to take advantage of this February one.
They're heading this way right now.
Patrick makes a good point. Today is National Pizza Day, so the pepperoni spring roll would make sense. Oh, I gotta see here. Hang on. Is the camel spitting? Looks like it's not. I don't see any wet spots on the ground here. I will survive another day getting past this camel. Speaking of the fact that it is National Pizza Day, what's everyone's favorite pizza on Disney property? Anybody have a specific place they go to for pizza? Let me know in the comments. Especially if there's something I haven't tried yet. There's something that maybe I need to go out and try. Melanie's got me with the wait times. Looks like the longest wait is about 55 minutes. Okay. I did see that there were a bunch that were like 10 and 15 right before I started, so maybe we'll find something. Paul says the watermelon Dole Whip was amazing. I heard a lot of good things about it, so hopefully they bring it back sometime soon and I'll get a chance to try it. It was like eating a Starburst. That might be a little too sweet for me. Then again, I love a normal Dole Whip, and pineapple's about as sweet as it gets. So, all right, we got some choices, some votes in there for Via Napoli. That makes sense. That's probably the most popular option. I like Via Napoli. Via Napoli is good. I have had that one before. Oh, hang on a second here. Haven't seen Jack Sparrow in a while. So they have a character photo op here. You can stand right there on that dot and get your photo with Jack Sparrow. I don't know if you guys could hear him. He's being pretty quiet, but his accent, his voice was pretty good. 40-minute wait right now for Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's a little misleading because, again, the line is all the way out here into extended queue. But as I pointed out in recent videos, the social distancing in the queues makes the lines look a lot longer than they actually are. So if you're coming here anytime soon, don't let that deter you from enjoying your favorite attraction. The wait times are actually probably a little bit, posted a little bit higher than they really are. I had a 20-minute posted wait time for Haunted Mansion a couple weeks ago and waited about 10 minutes for it. So, and that was with the queue extended all the way out, well beyond where it normally would be. So getting back to our pizza discussion here, Via Napoli is definitely very good, one of my favorites. Pizza Rizzo, okay, all right. Like, I know it's funny, a lot of opinions of restaurants and just anything really. You can develop a fondness for anything because of the memories you have from that location or attraction or whatever it is from your vacation. So, you know, I won't criticize anybody's choices. Adriana says the only option, I don't consider others real pizza in regards to Via Napoli. That's fair. I'm from New Jersey, so I'm definitely a bit of a pizza snob myself. For the health and safety of everyone. But I will say my favorite pizza on property down here is actually at Pizza Ponte over at Disney Springs. I think that is the closest. Via Napoli's very good too, but Pizza Ponte has a really good slice. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you for your cooperation. Hi, April. And yeah, we are seeing more people than originally when the parks reopened, but the crowd levels are definitely lower now than they were, say, a couple months ago for the holiday season, which is always the case. So pretty normal. Audrey says, I work at a pizza restaurant, so every day is National Pizza Day. You know what? I don't work at a pizza restaurant, and yet still every day is National Pizza Day. So not going to argue with that logic. Let's take a look. What does the wait time look like for Splash Mountain? Not that that's something we would do. Oh, and that is the longest wait time currently at 55 minutes. We've got 35 minutes for Big Thunder Railroad. And interestingly, at 35 minutes, the queue for this is not extended all the way out. There's a bit of a crowd here trying to get into the queue, but the queue itself is, or the line, I guess, is well into the queue. So, as opposed to Pirates being a 40-minute wait, and we saw them using a lot of extended queue for that. That would have been worth doing. Deborah agrees with me on Pizza Ponte. There we go. It is a relatively new restaurant as far as Disney restaurants go. So if you haven't tried out Pizza Ponte yet, and you're at Disney Springs and you're looking for a quick meal, definitely recommend checking that one out. Although there are so many great restaurants over there, so can't go wrong really. Let's just enjoy a peaceful look at Splash Mountain here. Dana asks, where am I heading? You tell me if there's anything specific you want to see. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue a lap around the entire park here. If we come across a short enough wait time that is not something where I would lose connection, like Haunted Mansion or anything that goes indoors, typically we lose the connection. So those don't really work all that well. But anything else that might work out, just let me know. We can maybe hop on an attraction today. Any news on when the refurb of Splash Mountain will start? I haven't heard any specific dates. So no, unfortunately, I don't have any updates on that. Oh, that's awesome. Jana says, never been, going in October. That is fantastic. Always exciting to see somebody enjoy their first Walt Disney World trip. And to be honest, I know, I'm here every week, but I'm a little bit jealous. I wish I could come and visit for the first time again. It's always the best time. Also, October is a fantastic time to visit. Obviously, we don't know what it'll be like this year, but when the Halloween parties and everything are going on, and the park is all decorated and everything, it's fantastic. It's a really great time. Melanie's first time will be in September. There you go. And you know what? Another great time to visit, because the Halloween stuff typically starts in September. So there you go. And yes, it is a beautiful day out here today. We've been warming up a little bit. I know last week, I think, actually, I was bundled up over at Disney Springs. It was like 40 degrees out. And here we are today, and it's in the low 80s. And we're supposed to be in the 80s the rest of the week, too. Adriana makes a good point. Food and wine over at Epcot as well, that time of year. At this point, there's almost always a festival going on at Epcot. So, and they differ a little bit. There's there's definitely different food options, but you can always enjoy one of the great festivals at Epcot at this point. Right now, by the way, over at Epcot, we have the Taste of Epcot International Festival of the Arts. That is a mouthful of a name, but it is going on right now over at Epcot. And we were there 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So you can go back and check out that video if you want to take a look at what the festival has to offer. We also have videos from all of the festivals from previous couple of years that you can go back and check out. Either on Facebook. Actually, well, going back far enough, all of our videos will be on Facebook, but we do have some more of the recent videos also on YouTube and Twitter as well. Let's see, do they have a new popcorn bucket that I haven't seen yet? Oh no, it is the Steamboat Willie popcorn bucket, which I actually already have at home, so. Probably for the best that there's not a new one that I want, because, you know, I can at least avoid having to buy another popcorn bucket. We got the Liberty Bell going around again, and that's actually been down for quite a while. The last time we were here, the river was all drained out. They were doing some work on it, so it must have just recently reopened. See if we can get a look at the Liberty Bell coming around the corner here. By the way, you see guests going down this ramp over here. This is actually extended queue for Haunted Mansion. Like I said, had a pretty long extended queue for Haunted Mansion pretty recently, but still only waited about 10 minutes. Adriana wants me to send a popcorn bucket. Sorry, I think you're gonna have to visit Walt Disney World to pick one up yourself. Look at this hat, if you want to call it that. It literally has the castle on its head. Interesting. I have not seen that before. I don't think that's a Disney Parks item. That might be a homemade project. You can see the line is starting out here now for Haunted Mansion, and then they are entering this queue here. I can't see what the wait time is from here right now. A bit of a crowd coming through. Only posted at 15 minutes, so there you go. There's the perfect example of how long the lines will look without actually being that long of a wait. It looks like there is quite a line for It's a Small World over here right now as well. And then to my right, you can see extended queue being used for Peter Pan's Flight. You can see enter over here for It's a Small World. Posted wait time is going to be over there, so we'll get a look at that in just a second here. 40 minutes for It's a Small World right now. That's one of the longer waits in the park. And Peter Pan's Flight, we'll see in just a second here. As you hear the announcement again for face coverings. It's like 35 minutes for Peter Pan's Flight. Yeah, Peter Pan's Flight is one of my favorites as well. But always has a pretty long wait for it, to be honest. Relatively speaking, at least. You know, obviously, if you're here on vacation and you have one day here at Magic Kingdom, 35 minutes is nothing. But for someone who's here just about every week, I tend to not wait those 35-minute waits. I'm definitely spoiled. I won't lie about that. The setup is so different from Disneyland. I would definitely get lost there, but one day I'm going to visit. That was from Arlene. Yes, it's definitely a very different setup. Arlene, I've been to Disneyland one time, and we struggled to find our way around. Although it is a lot easier, I think, going from Magic Kingdom to Disneyland, because Disneyland is a lot smaller. And so where I'm used to, like, let's say if I need to get from Pirates of the Caribbean to Tomorrowland, I got to plan for about a 20-minute walk. If I'm, and that's probably a little bit of an exaggeration, but if I am trying to go from Indiana Jones over in Disneyland to, say, Star Tours, you know, feels like a hop, skip, and a jump, and you're there. So it's definitely easier going from this one to the other. And Kiana says, I'm lucky, not spoiled. Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks. If you're looking for quick service food options here in Magic Kingdom, I will say Friar's Nook is one of my favorites. They have the buffalo chicken tots right now, I believe. And that is one of my favorite menu items, so I'd recommend checking that out. Magic Kingdom is not known as like the food park here. That belongs to Epcot, and I would argue also Animal Kingdom. Both parks have some really great food options over there. Magic Kingdom, not so much. It's more, you know, your burgers, your hot dogs. You get your churros and stuff like that. There are some sit-down options, like Be Our Guest is fantastic. If you have the opportunity to grab dinner at Be Our Guest, I definitely recommend that. It's a beautiful restaurant. But as far as quick service options go, it's a little bit more limited. Dana says, so much bigger than Disneyland. Good thing we're doing 2 days in Magic Kingdom. Yeah, this is, if you're going to spend 2 days in any one park, this is the one to do it. There's definitely more attractions here than in any of the other parks. Although right now, I guess you can make an argument for Hollywood Studios as well, given the fact that, for a few reasons, really. It all comes down to the Star Wars stuff, the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. But one, that would give you more opportunities to get a boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance, and two, just because Galaxy's Edge tends to be the more crowded area of any of the parks right now, so give yourself more time to experience everything. But normally, yes, I would agree. Magic Kingdom is the park to spend 2 days at. Oh yeah, there's another option too, Skipper Canteen. I actually haven't gotten to try Skipper Canteen yet. That is on my list. And that is a table service restaurant, so if you want to actually sit down and have a real meal as opposed to grabbing a quick bite. And yeah, Troy perfectly sums it up there. Because actually, I'm surprised actually at how many people I'm seeing. Because, I mean, it looks like it's pretty busy here today. And it is a Tuesday afternoon, so you would expect it to be pretty slow. And yet it's not crowded. I haven't had to deal with, I haven't really broken stride, you know, like walking around the entire park here. So it's been pretty easy. It's easy to deal with right now as far as social distancing goes. Again, this is a great time of year to visit. Crowd levels tend to be a little bit lower. And we were actually at Disney Springs on Saturday, and it wasn't very busy there, even for a weekend, which was nice. Parks were probably a little bit busier, but it's nice to, you know, be able to come to Disney and have it not be crazy crowded, even on a weekend. Audrey points out, I missed the People Mover. Can't wait until it reopens and I can take you guys on a ride again. Yeah, 100% agree. People Mover is my go-to attraction here. And hopefully it reopens soon. We were initially here in January. Obviously that didn't happen. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later because I love the People Mover. And would love to take everybody back on another ride there. I'm going to come around the corner over here and get a look at Tron, the Tron-struction going on. Oh yeah, Troy pointed that out. The Tomorrowland Speedway, I almost called it Autopia, which is crazy. I haven't been to Disneyland in a few years. The Tomorrowland Speedway queue is a great example of social distancing. And actually, I can give you a look right here. This is the queue for Space Mountain, which looks like it's down right now. And that probably explains the wait times going up a little bit. But here you go. They have extended queue out here for Space Mountain. And you can see these lines spaced out by 6 feet. And this is why the lines look so much longer than they really are. This is why a 15-minute wait for Haunted Mansion goes out to extended queue, because there's 6 feet between each party, which is great. Let me see what we can see from Tron here. I would try and do Tomorrowland Speedway, but I can barely drive that thing when I'm not holding a gimbal also. It probably wouldn't work very well. It'd probably be a bumpy ride, but here's a look at Tron, and it's hard to tell at this point what is the structure around it and what is the actual track. Looks like you can see a little bit of the track down here. I cannot wait until we can see them testing this thing and have the light up, the light cycles go by, and just see it all lit up at night. That's going to be a lot of fun, especially imagine the view from both the People Mover and on the Speedway here. That's going to be really nice. Hi, Samantha. Yeah, we still have some time. We're still going to finish our lap around going through the rest of Tomorrowland. And yeah, we should have some time. Maybe we'll just take a look around it, maybe some merchandise or something like that too. You can see the People Mover vehicles parked up there, unfortunately. Like we said, still waiting for that to reopen. Let's actually, I'm going to continue my loop around here and we'll see, we'll take a look at what Troy was talking about with the social distancing in the queue over for Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin. And again, I guess we started the conversation about Disneyland, and now I got Disneyland on the brain because I almost said Astro Blasters. It's funny, like they're the same attractions in both parks, but they change up the names just to confuse us. You can see a bit of a queue here for Astro Orbiter. the Tomorrowland Speedway looks a lot slower. Yeah, that's it's funny. We always, probably like once a year, we think, you know, oh, let's go on Tomorrowland Speedway. It's a fun attraction. Then we start driving it, and we remember that we're going about a half a mile an hour, which is always fun. But you do get some great views. I will say I vastly prefer Autopia over in Disneyland. I think that one is a lot more fun. No, so Jana, the People Mover is this track up here, and it doesn't take you to different lands, but what it does is it takes you all around Tomorrowland and kind of shows you everything Tomorrowland has to offer. So you get on right in the middle up here, and you follow this track around, and you'll go through some of the shops. You actually go through Space Mountain, which is really cool. So you go through, it's pitch black. You can hear Space Mountain going by. You continue around over here on top of Carousel of Progress. You get a look inside Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin over here, which we're about to walk by. So it's a really cool, relaxing, fun attraction. What I would recommend, actually, if you're visiting for the first time and you're going to come over to Tomorrowland, do that first. That gives you an idea of where everything is in Tomorrowland and what it has to offer. So, you know, on top of it just being a nice, relaxing ride, it's also informational and helpful. Here is the queue for Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, which is currently posted at a 35-minute wait. And you can get a look at the social distancing in the queue here and see how spaced out the guests are. And it's funny when you get to these switchbacks like this, because you'll notice the markers are a lot more spaced out because they have to worry about guests being next to each other in the switchbacks. So you play that game of you're walking around the corner going through the queue, and then you try not to skip the next marker, and everybody always ends up taking a step too far and then looking back, and everybody in line has to back up a step. It's a pretty funny way to get to know the people in line with you. Jen says, we really missed the People Mover in November. It's a family favorite. Yeah, it's it is actually moving right now. Look at that. I haven't seen that in a while. How funny would it be if they just happen to open it up here right now? Here comes another one. Hey, Randy. Arlene, no, we do not have, what is the attraction called in Disneyland right now? It's I know it's like the Finding Nemo submarines. I know there's an official name to it though. I'm not sure what it is, but no, we do not have that attraction here, which I will say I really like the look of that attraction from the outside. It's a great place to take pictures at night. But the attraction itself is not my favorite. It's a little cramped in there, and I would imagine that would actually just remain closed at this time anyway. But no, we do not have that attraction here in Magic Kingdom. I'm not gonna lie, I am keeping an eye on People Mover for just a few seconds here to see if I see any guests go by on it. Maybe have to do a lap back around here. Let me come back around the other way. That's gonna be a little bit quicker. I don't expect People Mover to open today. I'm surprised it's even moving at all, but just I'm here. I gotta check. Yeah, definitely still closed. But exciting to see that it's moving. We're getting some progress. So maybe in a future video pretty soon, we'll be able to get back on the People Mover. Stay close in case it opens. Don't worry, I will. I'll check in again before I leave the park today, and if it does reopen, which again I don't think that's going to happen. I don't expect that to be something that happens today. But if it does, I'll hop on it, and I will make sure to go live again if it's after we end today's video. Meredith has 102 more days. That's awesome. That's very exciting. Not that far out. And Troy explains the Finding Nemo, the Seas with Nemo and Friends is what it's called over at Epcot. And that is a very fun attraction. I love that one. It takes you through the Seas exhibit with sort of a Finding Nemo, almost like a puppet show. It's an animatronic show, I guess. It's a nice slow-moving dark ride that takes you through the story of Finding Nemo, but also kind of superimposes them into actual aquariums, which is really cool. Ah, there we go. Troy with the history. Thank you. Yeah, I knew we had these submarines at some point. I couldn't remember where it was. It's been replaced by the Finding Nemo, or the Finding Nemo, the Journey of the Little Mermaid, or Voyage of the Little Mermaid. One of those two. Voyage is at Hollywood Studios. Yes, very good point from Rob. That is actually, that's our go-to escape the heat ride, because it's always, the air conditioning in there is fantastic. So if you have a hot day in the summer at Epcot, you can escape the heat over there by jumping on the seas with Nemo and friends. And then when you get out of there, you're just in a full aquarium, which is great. Submarine voyage theme is Finding Nemo at Disneyland. Yep, that is a fun attraction, I will say. I did enjoy it. It's just the cramped aspect of it. Oh, sounds like we have a character cavalcade coming. Hi, Lou. It's like we got Merida. Oh, and the rest of the princesses are actually walking behind her. That's interesting. Haven't seen that before. See if we can get a good look at them with the castle as our backdrop here. All right, hang on. Let me get away from these loud speakers over here. That was great. I actually really like the way that they're doing the cavalcades like this. Obviously, they can't do the full parades because that would get too much of a crowd for too long of a time, and you would, have to deal with a lot of crowd control in that case. So instead, they're just doing these quick character cavalcades. That was the first time I actually saw the princesses walking on their own like that. That was interesting. But I gotta get through some of the comments here that I gotta catch up on here because I saw a lot of people saying that they were getting teary-eyed, and listen. I'm here all the time, and it still gets me a little bit. Just how what's going to get me really is when they bring back Happily Ever After, and we see the fireworks and the projections on this castle again. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna get me for sure. But yeah, it's you expect all of the Disney magic that we get, but they still come over the top sometimes and give you these incredible moments, like when you get to see Cinderella walking by in front of her castle like that. So it's just really, really cool to get moments like that. And yeah, those of you who are going to be visiting for the first time, yep, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you start tearing up a little bit while you're here. Troy says, "Look at you getting some FaceTime with the princesses." It's funny. I usually don't get as much FaceTime with the princesses when Jess is with me here. It's a little weird how that works out. Just wanted to get a nice look out onto Main Street and the hub here. And yeah, that is another big difference with the castle here in Walt Disney World as opposed to the one in Disneyland. And granted, the new paint job actually makes it look a little bit more like the one over in Disneyland, but this castle is also much bigger, that's for sure. Adriana says, when I'm there on Main Street, I get all the feels. Yep, absolutely. The castle here is a bit more magnificent. Yeah, I think the best description I've heard to compare the two between Disneyland and Walt Disney World came from a documentary a few years back, probably more than a few years at this point. It's been a long time. But one of the Imagineers describes Disneyland as charming and Walt Disney World as spectacular. And I think that is right. I think Disneyland has all the charm of being, Walt's creation and somewhere that you can actually follow Walt's footsteps. But Disney World is just so much bigger and more grand and spectacular, really. So I think that's the best way to compare the two. Note to self: bring a pack of Kleenex. Yes, that is a helpful tip for sure. Brandy says, "I missed Gronk yesterday." That's not something I'm too upset about. But I mean, it is cool. It's still, a lot of fun to, the whole "we're going to Disney World" thing and seeing, the Super Bowl champions like Rob Gronkowski of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who was here yesterday. So that's just another added magical moment that you can get here. For perspective, only adds to these castles attraction. If only we knew someone with behind-the-scenes details. Hint, hint. Yeah, we might have some more fun content coming in the near future. So keep an eye out for that. Michael Jordan was here too. Was that yesterday Michael Jordan was here? Because that's one that I would have liked to see. I have met Cal Ripken Jr. here, which was a cool moment. But yeah, Michael Jordan, that would be a cool one for sure. Rob says boo Gronk. That's fair. Oh, thank you for watching, Jaina. We're gonna head back down Main Street. We're gonna wrap up back up in the town center, but first I'm gonna poke through the Emporium a little bit and just check out any new merchandise that they might have here in Magic Kingdom. Yeah, we definitely lucked out with weather here in the last few days. We've had, it's beautiful now, obviously. It's going to be in the 80s the rest of the week. We had a tornado watch here pretty recently, but ended up missing it. Everything was good. Not even any rain or anything, so it was really nice. My husband lost me a few times in the Emporium. Yep, that'll happen. This is an easy store to get lost in for sure. Especially if, you start picking out some items and see something you like and immediately go chasing after it. And Meredith, I'm with you. I think that would be an overwhelming moment for me, seeing Michael Jordan here in Walt Disney World. It's Troy has it right. It's a good place to lose someone. It's also a good place to lose some money, to be honest, because you're always going to find something you like in here. This is the new 2021 collection. I kind of really like that windbreaker. It's the first time I'm seeing that. Oh, it's actually a hoodie. It's just a light hoodie. It's pretty nice. Looking for a price tag here. Oh, and it's missing the price tag. So as I show you guys this snow globe instead, this one's missing the price tag too. So never mind. Oh, I like the 2021 ears as well. These have like a leather feel on the ears. Really cool. So it looks like the 2021 is going to be the new stuff they have out right now, which I think we've seen before in previous videos. So it doesn't look like anything really new. Let's poke around some more and see if we find anything else. I do love this dog collection over here. Like this, is this Loungefly? It looks like it would be a Loungefly. Doesn't actually say it though, so maybe not. But it's just some of the Disney dogs on there. Manny says we brought home more than we lost. That's fair. Yeah, you will end up going home with more than you brought with you for sure. Well, these are new to me, at least. I haven't seen these Zootopia plushes here. It looks like a very specific look to them, like they're part of a different sort of collection. Let's see. Oh, it just says Disney on the tag. This is $26.99. This is Nick Wilde, obviously from Zootopia. And then we have Officer Hops here as well. So look at that. That's different. I like the look of these. Oh, and there's looks like Marie is part of the same collection here. That's pretty cool. Then we have some merchandise from the new Pixar movie Soul, which you can see on Disney Plus now. And I definitely recommend checking out Soul. It is a great movie. Pixar always comes through with another great one. Let's see. Looks like still most of the same stuff we've seen. I do like this Mickey hat. All right, let's head out of the Emporium here. Excuse me.
For the health and safety of everyone, face coverings must fully cover your
All right, let's come around the corner.
except for
You know, I like to give you another look at the castle. First, I do want to come over here for just a second.
wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you for your cooperation.
So I just wanted to show you guys again, as you just heard with the announcement there, you're still required to wear a face covering at all times while you're in the park, except when eating or drinking. But in that case, you have to remain stationary and separated from the rest of the crowd. So keep that in mind when you're here. And again, everything feels very safe. You can see lots of space here for social distancing. And yeah, the crowd levels have been very manageable. So it's been really nice visiting Walt Disney World, especially this time of year. And as I have pointed out in previous videos, this time of year, typically, make sure I stay out of the photo pass opportunity going on behind me here. Typically this time of year, you got to deal with, you know, some crazy weather. It goes all over the place. Like I said, last week it was about 40 degrees when I was at Disney Springs, and now this week it's 80 something. So keep that in mind. Although right now, like I said, 80 for the rest of the week here, and then 70s next week. So it looks like we might be consistently nice and warm here for the rest of the season, at least. We'll see. Things might change on us. Who knows? But yeah, again, this is a great time of year to visit. And if you want to start planning your next Walt Disney World vacation, I know a lot of you have one on the books already, but it's never too early to start planning your next one. You can head over to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com. And we can start planning the magic for you today. Let me catch up on some comments here. And if you guys have any last second questions, feel free to drop them in here. Arlene says Soul is a great movie. Totally agree. Are they offering mobile orders? Yes. Oh, are you talking about in the Emporium there? No, they are not doing that. If you're talking about food here in the park, yes, you can do that. You can head over to Shop Disney and find just about anything you would find here in the parks, most of the time at least. Some instances you won't be able to find it online, but most of the time you can find what it is you're looking for. So head over to Shop Disney and just give it a quick look. And yeah, Troy, this is one of my favorite spots in the park to just kind of get the full view of Main Street. I actually love being up there on the train station for my last shot here. But that's been roped off for quite a while now. They have the characters go up there every now and then, so they're not allowing guests up there anymore, temporarily at least. Shelly will be here next week on Monday, the next 2 weeks. There you go. That's awesome. And oh, mobile checkout. I don't believe they're doing that in the Emporium right now. I have seen that in Epcot, and then there were a few other shops. I know, like Pop Century's gift shop, you could do that there, which is great. That's actually a very new. I think they're still mostly testing it, but it's a very new system, a very convenient system where you can actually just go ahead and scan an item's barcode right on your phone. And you never actually even deal with a cast member in any way. You just scan the item and you're good to go. You pay with whatever card you have set up in the My Disney Experience app, which is really cool, really convenient. Randy has 110 days. And I think I caught up on everything now. A lot of you saying thank you for the tour. Thank you for watching. Absolutely. I love, you know, I'm going to be here anyway, taking a walk around the park, so I'm glad I can bring some friends with me. So thanks for joining me on this walk around Magic Kingdom today. You can check these videos out. I know a lot of you watch on Facebook, but they are also on YouTube and on Twitter as well, so you can check them out there. We have some additional content on our YouTube channel as well, including a bunch of room tours from a whole bunch of DVC resorts that we stayed at back in November, and still more of those videos to come too, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah. Check those out. Follow us on Twitter. You know, subscribe on YouTube. Obviously, like us on Facebook. And then again, if you have any questions, you want to set up your next Walt Disney World vacation, send us an email, info@d2travel.com. And keep an eye out for next week's video. I'm not sure, I think we're going to be getting out to Universal Studios Florida for Mardi Gras. So keep an eye out for that. And aside from that, thank you guys again for joining me on this walk around, and I will see you real soon. Bye, everyone.